Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the Mendel's law of inheritance. We will be talking about the law of independent assortment through a dihybrid cross. So in the figure you can see is the picture of Gregor Johann Mendel. He was a renowned biologist, mathematician as well as meteorologist. He is also known as the father of genetics. Towards the pictures on your right, what you can see is the picture of a pea plant, which was his experimental plant. Now he conducted hybridization experiments on garden peas for 7 years. Now pea plant is an annual plant, so it has a lot of advantage because it completes its life cycle in 1 year. So Gregor John Mendel was very smart. He took the pea plant and he could study several generations during his lifetime, and he came up with or proposed the law of inheritance. Besides this, Gregor John Mendel he deduced that genes comes in pairs and are inherited as a discrete unit, each from a parent. Okay, so let us see the dihybrid cross. The term dihybrid means basically di means two. So here two traits are taken into consideration. That is your color and shape of the seed. So here if you see round yellow and green wrinkles, so those are the traits he has taken into consideration in the parental generation. Now, if you see yellow round, it's designated by capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. So wherever you get capital letters in genetics, this essentially means that these are dominant trait. And small r, small y basically means your recessive trait. Now this parental generational cross and the formation of gametes will take place. So if you see capital R, capital R, capital Y, that is in your round yellow, there is only one possible type of gametes is possible. That is your capital R, capital Y. Now in the other case, what you see is that a small r and small y is only possible. So those are the types of gametes formed in these two seed. So what you see is there those two gametes will fuse and will that essentially will form. Capital R will go with small r, capital Y will go with small y. So in the first generation, that is your F1 generation, first filial generation, you get an yellow round seed. Now the next step is your selfing. So selfing means F1 cross with F1. So there will be two F1s, F1 cross with F1. So if you see again, there will be formation of gametes, and F1 cross F1 is basically the selfing. Now again, there will be formation of gametes. So I have kept along the peanut square or the checkered board the types of gametes that will be formed. Now here please see that some dots are there of different colors and squares are of different colors. This is just to make things easier for you to understand. Now if you see the types of gametes, if you see yellow round, that is capital R, your small r, capital Y, small y. This is the genotype of it. Now capital R will go with capital Y. So the first gamete is capital R, capital Y. So designated by yellow dot. The next one is your small r. Small r basically goes with capital Y, designated by your blue dot. Then we have capital R, small y, designated by green dot, and then small r, small y, basically denoted by a red dot. So this is one type of gamete in the basically female gametes also, you can say, as it is mentioned over there. Now on the other side also same type of gametes are produced, but here what I did was that I have made a squared box, so to make things easier for you to understand. Now what happens, this type of gametes from male and female will fuse. So in the first case, just try to understand that way. Yellow dot fuses with a red square. So what you are getting, capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. The next one is your yellow dot fuses with a blue square. So you are getting capital R, small y, capital Y, capital Y again. Now the blue dot fuses with a yellow colored square. So you get a certain type of genotype, and the last one here you can see is that yellow dot fuses with a green one. So accordingly you can work out the whole peanut square. Next would be your black dot going with a red one, a red square, then black dot with a blue square, then red black dot with a yellow square, then black dot with a green square. So accordingly you can work out the whole your basically the Punnett square, which is the F2 generation or second filial generation. Now what is interesting in this case, you try to see towards the picture on your right, that is the Punnett square. Here I have made a square with only the colors. Now if you see this yellow colored ones, they are, if you count, they are 9 in number, and I have made it some kind of a triangle with the black lines. So that basically or essentially means that in those boxes you'll get at least one dominant allele for yellow or round. So dominant allele will be there. One dominant allele for yellow and one dominant allele for round will definitely be there. Now if you see the next one, that is your red ones. So in red ones, what you see is your yellow is dominant. So only yellow color is dominant, not the shape. And the next one is your what you see is the green ones, their shape is dominant. That means you are getting round seeds. Only the shape is round is dominant. And the last one, if you see a blue colored one, there we are getting a recessive one. That means your green wrinkle. So if you count, they are yellow are 9 in number, then red box are 3, and they are following a certain pattern. Green are 3 and the blue one is 1. So what you see is that 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So please keep that in mind. In a dihybrid cross, the ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, where 9 stands for yellow round. Then what you get is round green 3, wrinkle yellow 3, then wrinkle green 1. So this is the ratio what you get, and this particular dihybrid cross led to the establishment of the law of independent assortment, or Mendel's law of independent assortment, which states that the alleles of two or more different genes get sorted into gametes independently of one another. So alleles are nothing but the different versions of a gene. So dihybrid cross is very important because it led to the establishment of independent assortment. So this was all about your dihybrid cross and the Mendel's law of independent assortment. Thank you and have a nice time.